as it shapes up. I don't know. I don't know. It looks like a good game to me. These are two big things, but I know you've been watching the film on this all weekend. So tell me what you see in this game, Guru.
Oh man, this game, this game is gonna be so interesting, man. Because what's happening right now? It's the game is win right now. Right now, what's going on is gonna tell who's gonna win the game.
What do you mean right now?
Sunday. It's what Belichick, Wade Phillips, McVay, Josh McDaniels. This is the game plan right now. The implementation.
X's and O's season.
What they're doing right now is gonna dictate who wins this game this week is going to win the Super Bowl.
Now, if you listen to the show, you know the Guru, and you should. If you listen to the show, you know the Guru always talks about the 3 seasons. There's the offensive season that starts it off where everybody comes out flying. There's the defensive season when it starts to get cold and it bunkered down.
Defensive running game.
And then X's and O's season when the tournament begins. And we are now at the final X's and O's season. And the reason he keeps going back is because there's really no one better at it than Bill Belichick. And in the championship game a few weeks ago, he beat Andy Reid by bringing a high school offense at him in a classic old school formation
classic,
to bring it.
Classic.
Ran it down their throat. Is this what he's going to do to the Rams too? Because they got a bigger front line. I mean, if I were Tom Brady, who hasn't been sacked in these playoffs, I would be a little concerned about Aaron Donald coming at me on this Sunday. So what are they doing?
Oh, man, this is going to be so beautiful because how Wade is going to utilize Aaron Donald, Sue, Fowler, and all those guys in the D-line. Because coverage-wise, Brady has seen it all. Because it's all about getting
because he's old.
Yeah, Brady's seen it all. So it's however years. He's seen it all. So it's all about getting to Brady as soon as possible. So, and the thing about Brady and the Patriots, right? You look at throughout their history, every time they have a struggle, it's always against a team that has what I call a transitional pass rusher, a specialist. I mean a Hall of Fame type, generational type player, not just a Pro Bowler. I'm talking about someone from a Dwight Freeney, and when he used to battle with the Colts, so when he did with Von Miller with Denver, so what he did with Michael Strahan in the Super Bowl, so even Grady Jarrett and those guys, Vic Beasley for Atlanta, they won that game, but Fletcher Cox and those guys for the Eagles.
Oh, last year.
Exactly, last year. Fletcher Cox.
Big defense coming at him last year.
Exactly. So those guys, what I name now, those guys are Hall of Famers. Those are not no Joe Schmoes. So now the thing is, I see with the Rams do have a Hall of Fame caliber, and that is the best Aaron in football, Aaron Donald. And they have in the most important position, which is right in the middle. So he could just destroy any type of play call with his ability. So I'm interested to see how all Belichick is going to do. And I think Bill knows that. He knows that. So formation-wise, I see I could predict more of Bill coming out in 2 tight end sets. We all remember the days with the Hernandez and Gronk, right?
Right.
So I'm expecting a Dwayne Allen and a Gronk combination, and Devlin come out there and heavy. I'm expecting a heavy personnel, but I'm not expecting them to run straight into the gutter of Sue and Donald. I expect them to do a lot of toss plays, a lot of stretch plays, a lot of lateral horizontal plays. Like I mentioned earlier to you in the earlier games with the Eagles versus the Chiefs, as far as the D-line and speed. The Rams' D-line is not really fast, as far as sideline to sideline.
Right, they don't go lateral.
Exactly. They're very skilled. So the Patriots could do a lot of zone blocking scheme. And another thing I'm going to see is you're going to see a lot of screen plays. You're going to see Aaron Donald and Sue. Belichick's going to let them loose, thinking, oh, man, they're coming to Brady. You're going to go dump it right down to Burkhead or James White, so he didn't tie it in. So you're going to see a lot of screens in this game. So the X's and O's, man, is going to be beautiful. And I see Belichick executing the same exact game plan he did in the 2002 Super Bowl versus
against the Rams, against the St. Louis Rams, the greatest
Absolutely.
show on turf. So you see this game. I mean, the Patriots got to where they are now through the playoffs, essentially by running power with Devlin knocking dudes down, pancaking guys. You said last week he was working IHOP. He was pancaking so many guys. So they're not going to run that again. Belichick's going to switch it all up again.
Yeah, I don't see that. I really don't see that being more effective because that's running right to the strength of the Rams. That's going into Sue.
Right in the teeth of their defense.
I'm talking about right in the gut of that with Sue and Donald. So I see more of a stretch play. That's why I see more of a Dwayne Allen coming. Dwayne Allen's an excellent blocker himself. So I see they're going to try to more get on the edge. So I see more of a single back set and more double tights. Like I said, how they used to did it with Hernandez and company. So I see Dwayne Allen, to me, is going to be the X factor in this game from watching the films. And I think that's how they could attack a Wade Phillips in a situation because obviously Wade is going to try to do some coverages to take away Gronk and Edelman.
All right, so now flip it around for me. What can the Rams do in this game? How are they going to approach this? Because we know what they're going to run out there. They're going to run out there the same set they've been running out there all year long. That same
straight up 11 personnel.
Straight up 11 personnel all year long. They dare you to stop them. Can the Patriots defense stop the Rams?
Oh man, I think they can. You know, Belichick.
Because this is the matchup. This is the wonder kid offensive coordinator against the old school defensive genius. How is Sean McVay going to try and get past Belichick and vice versa?
I think the way Belichick's going to try to attack him first, I think my prediction with this from watching the Rams and their scheme and how you attack them, the Patriots going to be very physical. The Rams have their receivers are not very big in stature. They're a little smaller receivers. They're not very physical. So the Patriots are going to try to come get their hands on those guys, make sure they don't get off the line of scrimmage clean. And also, with that said, and then you're going to also that's going to give Jared Goff got to hold the ball because their offense is based on timing, you know. And then Belichick is going to bring the house. So I could see something similar they did in the Patriots against the Chiefs earlier on, and have zero blitz, or they might have just basically cover one, basically have one free safety over top. So I really see them putting more hands on their receivers on the Rams, on Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods. So and with that, I see McVay countering that by doing just man beaters. I could see him do his normal crossing patterns, crossing routes, Woods coming down, dragging, and I could see try to get Brandon Cooks on a deep post. And also I could see Everett, their little tight end, who use as tight end, could be a big factor.
All right, so let's get down to brass tacks then, Guru. Who do you like in this game? How do you see this one going? Let me ask you first. Who are you rooting for in this game? Are you rooting for either one of these teams, man?
I'm rooting for a good X's and O game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not, because to me, the game, you know, like how I love this game, the game is good winning. The game's going to be won. What's today? Tuesday, Monday? Yeah. The game's going to be won by the end of this week. It's already going to be won. Like, we might not know it yet, but it's going to be won. One of those teams is going to have such a good game plan, it won't matter what the other team does because of the game plan.
Well, if you're betting on game plan alone, you've got to bet on Belichick, right? I mean, that's the way it's got to go.
And in the Super Bowl, it's all game plan.
Now, they're the favorites by a couple of points. It's not a big spread, but they are the favorites going in, are the Patriots. So you think the Patriots got this?
I think it's all about the matchups. Whoever win their possible matchup, I think the Rams got overall better talent. They have overall better team. I think if Aaron Donald gets off and they can't control Aaron Donald, then that could cause chaos because I think in the back end, I think Talib could go against Gronk because I think that's going to be the matchup. Talib's going to go against Gronk. Peters is going to go at the other side, and they're going to coverage against Edelman. It's going to be Rogby and probably Joe Johnson. They're going to bracket Edelman. So I see Edelman getting double majority of the time, and then Marcus Peters going against Hogan. So it's all about matchup, and I see the running game. So put it like this. If the Patriots run the ball, I don't even care if they get over 100 yards. They get between 85, well, over 85 rushing yards. Just 85, they will win this game.
So what I think on this one is that this game goes one of two ways. Either this is like a classic Patriots Super Bowl that's won in the last minute by a couple of points by the Patriots. You know, they've had some great Super Bowls because that's when we look back at it, it's 20-17, 32-29, 24-21. Even the ones they lose are close. So we're looking at some tight games going in and always in it till the end. Either we get one of those games and the Patriots pull it out, or Sean McVay and the Rams just blow this motherfucker out. That's the other way this goes, is that they could just fly all over the
Not
field.
in 2 weeks.
You
Nah,
don't think?
Belichick had 2 weeks. This year had 2 weeks. He had basically have a bye. Belichick don't get blown out. He had 2 weeks to prepare.
That is the rule, but that's what the goal is, to try and break that, I would think, if you're the Rams. So I've been trying to think of this one because this is a tough one. I don't know either of these teams who to root for in this one. I don't have a rooting interest in either. I think what I'm just interested in seeing is how the Patriots pull it off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not rooting for the Patriots because fuck Boston, but I won't be upset if they win because, fuck LA. I don't care about LA either because it seems to me like it was set up, and
I'm not a football expert.
I don't want Goodell to win, but I don't necessarily want Boston to win. However, I won't be upset if the Patriots win this game.
I think I won't either. To be honest with you, like I said, I'm going for a great exit goal matchup. So I can't necessarily say I'm going for this, I'm going for that, because I like both. I tend to lean more on Belichick because I am a defensive-oriented guy.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm a defensive guy. So I'm going to be more lenient to the defensive X's and O's and his mindset. So with that said, I think the Patriots could outskill this scheme, out-scheme this defense, these guys. But I also think Wade Phillips could do some shake-up. And guys like, never heard of the Dante Flowers, guys like that, was going to play a very key role. But I just think Belichick and them Josh McDaniels are ready for this. And the Rams they're very good inside, interior-wise. But I just think, as you get them outside, man, they got a lot of fat edge. They got the waist.
A little doughy.
Yeah.
So here's the other way I look at this, Guru. I'm rooting for the Patriots for the other reason, I think, is because I like the idea that only the NFC East can beat them. I think that's the way it should be. Only the NFC East can beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. We're the only ones that got their number.
So that means the Redskins, baby. We next.
Yeah. You're next. You next like the Knicks. That's the case. All right, with that, Guru, let's take a quick break. We'll come back here for segment 2. We're going to get your call-outs and shout-outs. We got our Bets with Ben segment with Ben Carey giving us his Super Bowl pick because we're betting with our hearts, but we could bet with Ben and make a little bit of money. So we're going to get his Super Bowl pick. We're going to do a 2-minute drill. Guru, Trash Talk Radio, stick around.
TTR.